Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Australian dollar versus the US dollar as prices come back into some key areas of support. So we recently talked about Aussie US dollar before. We talked about the bounce coming into this level here. Price did bounce. We got up towards the 0.7030 highs and then we dropped back down into this level. Now, why is it interesting now for longs? Well, it's because of how prices reacted today. Now, if I go up into the weekly time frame first, we can just kind of give ourselves the bigger picture of what's going on, and we can see that price failed at the 0.71 handle and traded to the downside. However, price found support back at the 0.62, and since then we've been trading to the upside. We had a bit of sideways movement around about the 0.6800. Price has then made a higher high. So are we now basically getting an upward trend out of the market with higher highs and higher lows? So is this an area where potentially we could see a higher low come into play for a move back to the 0.71, for maybe even a double top pattern to form, or a move up higher towards the 0.7250 handle? That's what we've got to ask ourselves the question. Now, usually when that happens is this area then becomes my area of support and my point of interest. And I always just want to see how price reacts to that area. So if I go down into a 4-hour time frame, what I'm looking for is, do buyers basically step in? Now we can see here the first time we came into this level, buyers did step in. Buyers rallied us to the upside into that 0.7 handle like we've talked about in the past, even the highs of 0.730, and then we've dropped back down. Now, most interestingly, we've had a very small bounce. US news then has driven price to the downside, almost into an area of liquidity. Okay, and what I mean by that is that we've traded beyond these lows here, and then price has formed quite an aggressive bullish candlestick. Now, is that bigger players in the game taking stops down here and then triggering or helping them getting into another large position for a move back to the upside? Potentially. Obviously, we don't know. If we knew and we had a crystal ball, we'd all be millionaires by now. But what we're looking at is, if prices come through this level, bounce back up and closed above, could that signal for a move to the upside? Now, we do have obvious resistance levels in the way. We have previous highs at 0.69. We have the highs back at the 0.7 again. We've got this trend line resistance as well. So we've got to be sensible with any kind of opportunities here. However, if price is going to start pushing to the upside, what I'd expect is some lower time frame trend to form. Now, that's where day traders can really get involved with the market and take early positions. Now, if I was a conservative trader, I'd be looking for the price to break, maybe react around the trend line, come back, and then form the higher low. That would be the safest option here at the moment. However, if I was to go down into the 30-minute time frame, what I would expect from this chart is to start forming higher highs and higher lows. So what I need to do now is watch back down at these levels again, watch where price comes back into, and see if buyers again react. You can see this long tail in here, nice big reaction through there. So can price maybe even come back towards this demand zone essentially, and then trade back to the upside? Because what I can do then is have tighter stop losses. I can have my reward coming in a little bit closer, so I can end up having a safer trading option. So once price comes in here, I can take some profits, and if we continue to the upside, I can then lock in further profits or even add in because I've took money off the table. So that's what I want to be looking for here on Aussie US dollar. Are the buyers stepping back in? Now, we know that if we don't get the reaction back down at this level again, that the buyers are just kind of melting away. Now, what if price was to trade back into this zone here, close back within? I'd say that we're wrong, and price is more likely to trade back to the downside. Then we know that the dollar's getting stronger at the moment, so we do have to be aware of that. However, just because the dollar is strong doesn't mean that other currencies can't be strong too, and doesn't mean that we can't see a reaction here. So I'd be careful about getting involved right now. What I'd want to see is another pullback down to the level. Can buyers step back in again? Can we then look for opportunities to the upside? If not, then we'll leave it and we'll see if price can come into another area of support. But can this weekly bullish trend continue? We'll have to wait and see. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content. And I'll speak to you in the next video.